In today's segment of Severe Weather Awareness Week, we're talking to the National Weather Service in Greenville about what they want us to take away from this effort and planning ahead. We have Ben Dorenbach speaking to Tricia Palmer this morning.
As Severe Weather Awareness Week continues, we are joined by Tricia Palmer, who is the Warning Coordination Meteorologist out of the National Weather Service of Greenville, Spartanburg. So Tricia, thank you so much for being here with us. First thing I want to ask is, what's the most important thing people need to take away from Severe Weather Awareness Week?
The important part of this week is just the education and outreach, getting people to understand what they need to do. So they need to have a plan in place in the event of severe weather. They need to be prepared for any eventuality, and if there's a warning that's issued, they need to know what to do. They need to be able to take action immediately.
There's a course of action to take when a tornado warning is issued when you're at home, but it's a different story when there is school in session and a tornado warning is issued. What's the best place that students can go, or what's the best course of action that students can take and administrators and teachers can take to ensure that students are safe during a tornado?
Teachers and school administrators have to get those kids into a sheltered location like a bathroom or an interior hallway with no windows. It's really a bad idea to get kids out on the roads during tornado warnings. A really bad idea. That should go without saying, but I wanted to underscore that's really important. Kids need to be in a safe place during a warning. And for a lot of kids, that happens to be in the school. So I understand that there are schools across the country that will, for example, if the outlook is for tornadoes or a tornado watch is issued, some schools close early. This is a very individual decision for the schools, for the school district, for the school administrators, and we are happy to provide guidance on that to the schools. But the bottom line, when I'm thinking about it, I think about some kid that might be going home who is old enough to stay home by him or herself. So there are no parents there. Does that kid know what to do if a warning is issued? So they're probably safer in schools. The chances of any one school getting hit is incredibly remote. They are going to be safer taking sheltering in place in those schools.
Obviously, severe weather can happen any time of the year down here, but when is the likeliest time for severe weather? When do folks need to pay the most attention?
So our typical tornado season is March through May. So that's when we tend to see most of our tornado outbreaks. We'll see another uptick sometimes during tropical season, say September, August to September, maybe October. And then we have a secondary fall severe weather season, late October into November around Thanksgiving. For your run-of-the-mill thunderstorms, obviously June, July, August. That's our main time frame. And again, typically in the afternoon to early evening hours, so anytime like 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock. But sometimes we'll get these thunderstorms that last in the overnight hours, wake everybody up at 1 or 2 in the morning. And that's always a concern that we have too when people are asleep.
Recent studies have shown that a lot of people can't find themselves on a map during a severe weather situation. What's the best advice you can give someone who can't find themselves on a map?
What we started trying to do, and a lot of other offices are doing this, and I would encourage everybody to do this, before an event even happens, as you start hearing about events, take a look at the bigger picture. Where is your county? If you're in Greenville County, where in Greenville County are you? Look at where you are in relation to those geopolitical boundaries, so that when you guys come on air and you're talking about a specific city, okay, where am I in relation to that city? But it's really, and again, this is an interesting challenge in the era of GPS, that people just don't always have that awareness of where they are in relation to other locations. They know where they are, but in relation to other locations.
We want folks to continue tuning in as Severe Weather Awareness Week continues. I also want to thank Tricia for all of her time and expertise during this week, and we hope folks stay safe as the season rolls on.